Hello, everyone. It is Friday, a special Friday edition, How are you tonight? What are you grateful for this Friday night? That is what I want to know. I want to know what yes, you, I see you back there. I want to know what you are grateful for tonight on this Friday, the 29th of April, the last Friday in April. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. What is happening in your world on this last Friday in April? We still got a day to go, though. We can still make April even better. We can. We can. That is what I am hoping for. I'm hoping we make April better. There's still time. There is still time for you to rock it and roll it. Rock it and roll it. Yes, there is on this last Friday in April. I am very excited to be here. It has been too many days on the road. Too many days on the road that I haven't been able to check in with you and hear what's happening in your world. So I am excited to be here for that. I am broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. If you have any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link to the YouTube in the show comments. On this Friday night. Are you all out having date night tonight? Are you out having date night tonight? It is a cool night here in New England. After being on the road and it was being warmer and everything, it is a cool night here in New England. Maybe 40-ish. 40-ish. We'll go with 40-ish is what we will say is in New England. Hoping for warmer weather. Our AC guy was here today, getting things tuned up and ready for the days to come. It is our goal because it will be here. Those hotter days will be here. But I had some warm days on the road the last couple of weeks. But it is a good thing. It is the signs of spring. I was discussing with one guy in Florida. He's like, birds fly south and then they go back north. He was talking about the bird migration, and it's funny, because we have a bird that likes our front porch. We have a couple of birds that make nests every year on our front porch, and that's how we know better weather is on the way when they return to us. That there are better things on the horizon, is so to speak. Is how we know. It's how we know there are better things on the horizon. Well, I'm going to get things started tonight with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start this program every night. Oops, I guess I should start with finding my glasses. Find those glasses. And tonight we are on page 62. You aren't a true success unless you help others be successful. You aren't a true success unless you help others be successful. You may not like your job, but you can be thankful you have one. You may not have to drive in traffic, but thank God you can see while others can't. And while your life may not be where you want it to be, you can believe that the future is bright and great things are happening every day. Boom, there you go. There you go. That is a lot of truth in that. There is a lot of truth in that. Let's see here. I got a bunch of stuff. I know you're not going to feel sorry for our poor friends at Amazon who lost money in the first quarter. They lost nearly $4 billion in the first quarter. I guess I could, have they checked the couch cushions? Have they gone looking for it? The same time last year they made $8.1 billion. This year they lost $4 billion. Uh, and that is not an exciting thing for them. And I wouldn't get out the and feel bad or wonder how Jeff Bezos is going to eat dinner or feed his family tonight. But knowing they lost money is important to be aware of. Is important to be aware of. What did I leave over here on the printer? I always have more stuff that I'm trying to cover. More stuff that I'm trying to cover. Where's my other notes here? Here they are. Here they are on this Friday night. This was interesting. What happens when a remote worker is injured at home? This is a new area of litigation, and how employers are responsible for their workers' work at home and injuries that take place in the course of their work, like they were at the workplace. And the litigation that is going on with this right now, is likely to impact, return to office plans. It's actually encouraging more return to office, and it is having businesses look at their workman's comp policies to see if they are even covering remote work. So there's a lot of issues with that and how employers are classifying employees and for their coverage, and what input they have on the workspace, because a lot of offices are designed around keeping a safe workspace, but that may not be what's happening at home. And now they're creating a responsibility for employers to check on that, is what some of the litigation that is going on right now is looking at. Returns. I know most resale stores that are following me do not do returns. Some do short-term returns. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Great to have you here live tonight on this Friday night. Special edition tonight. Trying to make up for some lost time here tonight, as I've been off traveling too much. So, but I'm glad to be here tonight. Glad to have you with us. What's happening in Illinois? Hope all is well with you. But online retailers, one of their big costs after shipping. Kitty does 7-day returns. One of their big cost points after shipping is returns. Returns cost online are estimated currently to be 21% of online retailers' order value. 21%. And I know Kitty's in-store returns are nothing close to that. And she does good about both getting people to buy something else, one, and two, those items go back out on the floor. Whereas most cases with online returns, they do not. And they go to reverse logistics companies because the retailers themselves are not set up to really handle and assess the items, whether they're truly new in package, etc. And so they just, any returns, they truck out to a return or they farm the whole returns process out to a returns logistics company that often sells the items by the pallet and such. There was a good piece last week on Today, I want to say last week on Today, on some of the reverse logistics process. I didn't fully believe some of the stuff the logistics company was saying they do. One of the things they said was, if we have two TVs and one is broken for one reason or another, we'll try to take two TVs and make it one good TV. And I honestly don't believe they spend that much time on it. Yeah, your returns are around 1.5%, which is very common for in-store returns. But, things don't fit, always the way that they're supposed to. People, especially with everything, things that look online don't always appear as they are in real life. And so it is a huge logistics problem. I mean, that's why Amazon's partnership with Kohl's makes so much sense, where they allow the returns, you take your returns to Kohl's, and it's, really saving that shipping side of it, and combining that shipping. But they're really, bailing those up and selling those in the pallet stage. They aren't those things that you take back, even if you never opened it. Like I have a box over here that I'm going to return. Even if you never open it, rarely ever see the shelf. Hey, Sylvia, how are you? Great to have you here tonight, live from Virginia. They will, Kitty. They will buy more if they know they can return it. But with the explosion of online, it's a huge cost area, especially where a lot of online retailers are selling based on price. So you sold on price, you ate the shipping, hoping for a bigger order, okay, because of the expectation that shipping is free, okay? And most of the time when they want to return it, they want to return it with free shipping. So, on a lot of items, that just doesn't make sense. And more companies are letting people keep items or do different things. They track it, okay, so they don't fall into the repeat offender topic. So they do track it, but it is a big cost, and it is something that online retailers are looking at, trying to figure out. That is one of the things they're doing, especially with clothing, is the clothing retailers are working on a lot of artificial intelligence to try to help you get the fit right so you don't return. I don't think that technology is going to translate, at least the next stages of it. Talk to me in 5 years, 10 years, maybe I'll have a different answer. But the technology that's coming out today for AI, for buying off a website, isn't really there yet for sizing you up properly. It might shave a percentage or two off of it if people do it. Target, just to show jeans are hot. Right, Wayfair does that all the time, where the reverse logistics of it don't make any financial sense. We've had that as well. Target is expanding their partnership with Levi's and will be carrying more Levi's in store because they're selling. So they're making both Target and Levi's money. And so expanding that partnership is good for the jean industry, or at least Levi's and Target anyways. But that really shows the increased interest in jeans. So there is an increased desire and interest in jeans. So that's a category to, depending on what's you've done in the past in jeans. I know some people have really curtailed their pants and jeans that they carry in their stores. It may be time for a new look at that as jean sales are on the rise, and partnerships like Levi's partnership with Target are highlighting them. So it may be time for another look at your jeans selection and what you are carrying. Because they don't want to be left out of it. Dick's Sporting Goods is launching a resale program for outdoor gear. They're getting into the used gear market, and an in-store buyback program for outdoor gear, including hard and soft goods in select markets. Their pilot program is a partnership with online platform Out and Back, and is currently only available in Denver and Pittsburgh. What that really is, a lot of the times, this is about sustainability of the company and being green. It really won't move the needle much in the resale market, but it is making resale more accessible and acceptable. So these continuing partnerships, and Dick's is just the latest. It seems like there's a never-ending list of brands that are doing this. Okay, and with the never-ending list of brands that are offering it, it is not one to fear, but one to welcome, because it raises the awareness of resale. And the more we raise the awareness of resale, the better it is. So the more resale awareness that we can do, the better we are. The better we are. So and the better we are as an industry. And it really takes things up a notch. It helps things level up. So I am excited about that. And the continuing introduction, and it's an introduction in store. So it's an introduction in store, it's an introduction online, and it's continuing the conversation about resale. And the more we do that, the stronger the resale business will be. The more we remove the stigma to resale. This ain't your grandma's resale, okay? And so the more we continue to remove that stigma, the better the resale industry will be. So I am excited about that. I thought I'd continue. There's a good quote from Simon. Our quote from Simon tonight is, invest in people, not ideas. A good idea is often destroyed by bad people, and good people can always make a bad idea better. Invest in people, not ideas. A good idea is often destroyed by bad people, and good people can always make a bad idea better. That is the truth, okay? And that leads me in to a brief topic. I wanted to talk a little bit about hiring again today. I wanted to talk about hiring and your team for just a minute. And the reason I had it as part of my focus tonight, okay, and wanted to bring this up tonight, was because this week is the NFL draft, okay? We have the NFL draft, and I know not everybody that's listening to me even likes football, and I'm not. This isn't to get into football. I'm not talking about football to make you a sports lover or an NFL lover or an anything lover. I'm talking about the lessons in hiring. And so the NFL draft, the first draft pick, okay, which is where teams get to select their future players, goes to the team with the worst record last season, okay? And that is where it goes. And so, you have these people. The draft process is boring. Unless you're waiting to be drafted, I am right there with you. You're not going to get me to sit and watch the draft. But the draft is a draft. The NFL draft, or any sports draft for that matter, is a job interview on steroids. Okay, they know exponentially more about their job candidates, than you know about the people you're interviewing and hiring. They watch videos of them. Could you imagine if you could watch videos of your employees at their previous jobs? Okay, they see videos of how these people actually worked. They get to see how they actually did their job. Did they do their job? Okay, a receiver in football should catch the ball. Did they actually catch the ball? Okay, did the defensive person block the other team, or did they get out of the way and say, "Hey, come on through"? Okay, did the quarterback lead their team? Okay, they have unbelievable amounts of knowledge. It would be nice to actually know where they were, how they actually worked. I agree with you, Giddy. I mean, some of this information, if they worked at the grocery store, can I have the video footage of their last shift? Can you bring that with you? Can you email that with us to your application? Think about that. I mean, if we were allowed, we'd go to jail for asking. The Department of Labor would string us up for even asking such a question. I'd like to see a video. Can you have your friends videotape you at work, or ask your manager for the security footage? But they have this. They have endless amounts of this information on all this. They know their health. They know so much that in our business, we're not even allowed to ask. Okay, they know whether they're married. They know if they have a girlfriend. They know everything. They know they're drinking and partying on the weekends. I mean, they literally know volumes of information about them. I mean, it is honestly more than a FBI background check would yield you. I mean, it really is unbelievable what they know. And with all that knowledge, you would think that having that knowledge would be a predictor of future success, a predictor. But sadly, it is not a predictor of future success. Okay. More often than not, it is a curse. More often than not, being picked early in the draft is a curse. That people have the expectations of what they're hiring and what they're paying for is actually a curse. The GOAT, okay, and I'm not trying to get you to pick sides or anything, but Tom Brady, okay, who is viewed by many to be the greatest football player of all time, okay, viewed by many. I know some people on here will probably take a different view, but he alone was selected, 199th pick. He was the 199th pick. So they chose 198 players ahead of Tom Brady, okay, who went on to win the most Super Bowls, the most, have the greatest teams, okay? Yes, well, I'm not getting into it. I said I wouldn't get into it, but whether he's really the best or not. But he's an impressive player. Okay, my guess is his career record of wins and his overall stats are better than the 198 players ahead of him. There may be still another player after him that was picked that could be better, but 198 people thought there were better players out there. Okay, there were teams that thought they could do better than Tom Brady before Tom Brady was picked. And so think about that in your own hiring. Think about all that you're doing, okay, to select the players for your team, for your store's team, and how they did, okay? The ones you think are going to be the best versus the ones that you think are going to be the worst, the ones that will surprise you and be amazing versus the ones that are okay, that you really thought were going to be superstars. So what I'm trying to get the mindset to is hire fast and fire faster. Hire fast and fire faster, because hiring is guessing, and firing is knowing. Hiring is guessing, firing is knowing. And that's a heck of a construct, okay? But that is the way that rolls. That is the way that rolls. And football was just a great contrast to bring that up in, and talking about football and doing that. Well, we got to work. We're gonna work on that, because there's just that person that you haven't found yet, Kitty. There's that person, okay, that mother, that someone that is out there and waiting to be on your team. That is waiting to be on your team. Lindsay, people can't collect part-time on unemployment on part-time, right? That is not right. Their ability to collect unemployment is greatly varies from state to state. Greatly varies from state to state. You can easily collect it in the Northeast and some northern states. I don't know what the rules are in Kentucky, off the top of my head. And you got to keep in mind that unemployment is part of. It doesn't, just because they apply for unemployment from you, they may actually collect it because of prior jobs. I mean, it's based on how long they were employed, what they're doing. It is a social construct, and it is designed by the state. So every state is different. Every state is different, but I can certainly tell you many, 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 many millions of part-time employees collected it nationwide in the last couple of years. You can't lose sleep about having an unemployment claim. You really can't. You do what you can to protect yourself, but you really can't lose sleep over that. You can't let the fear hold you back from hiring a person. You can't let that be the motivator. You can't hold yourself back. That is holding yourself back, Lindsay. Don't lose sleep over it. I know you have to do what's right for the company and have the right people on your team. And if the wrong person's on your team, terminating them is better than having the wrong person on your team, even if you ended up paying some portion of their unemployment. But that's what unemployment insurance is for, and you should have it. You're paying into it. This is what it is for. Do not lose sleep over it. Lose sleep over having the wrong person on your team. That will cost you. Having the wrong person on your team will cost you infinitely more than any unemployment claim. Right. I mean, there's all sorts of rules about length of time, number of quarters they've worked. In Illinois, they have to have worked for at least 30 days to be able to apply. So again, back to my fire faster. Don't worry. Don't lose sleep over it, Lindsay. You're losing sleep over the wrong thing. Lose sleep over not having a high functioning team. That is something more to lose sleep over it. It is what to lose sleep. But think about that. The NFL and it's all of that, all of these sports teams. It doesn't matter what draft, what thing. Their information is so much more than you, and they get it wrong all the time. So don't lose sleep over that. But hire fast and fire faster. Our friends at the SBA. I need to update you with a couple of important dates. May 6th, which is where's our May 6th is next Friday, a week from today. A week from today is the last day to request an increase in your economic injury disaster loan if you had received one. So if you received an economic injury disaster loan and you wanted to request an increase to it, you can do that up until next Friday. After next Friday, there will be no further accepting of applications for an increase. Okay, so I am not encouraging debt, but if you need it, if you truly need it to pay day-to-day bills, we should have a conversation. Reach out to me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com, and we should have a talk about that before you spend it. But get your request in for it, okay, is what I will tell you. But before you spend a dime of it, we should have a conversation, because it is about survival. But I want your business to be covering its expenses at this point, even if your sales are reduced. I want your business to be covering its expenses. But after May 6th, that is not an option. And all SBA portals regarding COVID-19 related items will close down on May 16th. The SBA has been good about getting increased applications processed. I have had many in the last couple weeks with businesses I've been working with, anywhere from really small ones that are just a few $1,000s to ones that are in the millions. Because the maximum now is 2 million. So they are approving them. They are getting the money out to people. So it is important. The time is of the essence. May 7th, they will not talk to you on May 7th. But if you get your request in before May 7th, they will talk to you. So keep that in mind. And because that's really important. They are are also working on shifting their focus after this closes down to servicing the loans. So they will get back to mailing people out statements and following up on that. We have all the information on narts.org/resalestrong that tells you how to find your account balance if you have an idle, and how to make a payment on it if you want. Payments are still deferred till the end of September, or till September, but interest is accruing. So interest is accruing, but the payments are deferred right now through September. They will not forgive these loans. They are not going to disappear. So it is a loan. Do not forget that. And if you need to actually use this money, again, reach out to me. We should talk about it, because I don't have a problem with people that are putting it on the side and using it for insurance. I do worry about people that need to be spending the money, okay, for operating expenses. So I do worry about that, and worry about getting their expenses and revenue in line, if that is needed. So, but don't hesitate to reach out. But that May 6th date is for real. Is for real, people. That ain't going away. You know what else is coming up? We are 41 days. 41 days till NARTS conference. 41 days, people. Have you registered yet? I know many of you on this call tonight have registered. If you have not registered, what are you waiting for? 41 days. Get yourself registered, because I want to see you there. I'm going to be there live and in person, and I want to see you there. I also hope you take a look at Project Gratitude, which is detailed out and in the NARTS newsletter, in the May newsletter. Project Gratitude, which was started back in 2016 by Bonnie Kallenberg, is continuing, and it's got 3 components to it. Coming a day early if you're able to, so that you can help work at a not-for-profit in the area of conference. Several store owners will be there to work on that. Part 2 is the store that we're working with is desperately in need of tops. So if you can just bring extra tops, women's tops with you, that would go a long way to helping this organization. And lastly, if you can do nothing else, but you feel the calling to give, there's the ability to donate money to this great organization that we are working with, this great not-for-profit. And so if you're able to do any of that, that is wonderful. Give in whatever way you're comfortable with. But I'm excited about this project. I'm excited that conference is in 41 days. I too, Kitty, am so looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody in person. I'm going to need extra coffee to keep going, because I know I'm just going to be going the whole time, from the moment I get in to the moment I leave. And then I have another trip immediately. I'm leaving from there to go to D.C. To lobby with NFIB on Capitol Hill. So I'm doing one thing right after another. So it's going to be an intense 10 days or so. And I know what conference is like, but the what it does for your mental health, what it does for your business, what it will do to help you grow, is truly amazing. So I highly recommend you go. If you have not booked, North Carolina is an easy place to get to. It's got a great driving radius, and you are going to meet so many friends in person, and you're going to meet me. I'll be there in person. If you haven't met me before in person, I am the same person I am here, but in person. And it will be a blast. It will be a blast. So I hope to see you there in 41 days. What else did I have tonight? You know what else? This video and everything I talk about, it goes over to nerds.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Nerds.org/resale strong. All the files, all the links, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring that bell, so you know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody be a better business person. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8th and ish. Sunday and Wednesday at more 8th and ish, with occasional surprise visits like this Friday night. I'm also next Tuesday morning, I am the guest on Morning Marketing with Colleen. And I'm going to have a great handout that is part of that. So you don't want to miss that. If you're doing things at 9:30 Eastern, don't worry about it. Catch the replay of that so you get the handout. It's a great handout. I have it here. I didn't print it out for you tonight. I'll print it to give you a preview on Sunday. I have that ready for Tuesday. We're going to be talking numbers and all things resale. And I'm super excited about that. So in the coming week, you got me Sunday, you got me Tuesday morning, and you got me Wednesday. I'm not on the road next week. I have a jam-packed week, but I am not traveling. So that is nice. It'd be nice not to be in an airport. As much as I've enjoyed all the travel and all the stores I've been working with the last few weeks. So, but it'll be nice not to be in an airport this week. But if you have a question in between, you can just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. If you were not here at the top of the show, we're on page 62. You aren't a true success unless you help others be successful. You may not like your job, but you can be thankful you have one. You may have to drive in traffic, but thank God you can see while others can't. And while your life may not be where you want it to be, you can believe that the future is bright and great things are happening every day. Pruning is necessary for growth to happen. What looks bad today leads to greater growth and a harvest in the future. Whatever you're going through, trust that a harvest is coming. Yes, it is. A harvest is coming. That is what I'm telling you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person in 41 days. But until then, and until Sunday at more 8th and ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you on Sunday.